Okay, welcome everybody. We are live here. We are live, and we're going to try to do this problem here, which is an inequality that represents the number of $20 bills you can take out of the ATM. So let's look at this idea here. Let's look at this thing. We got $320 in the ATM, and we have to have at least $100 in the ATM to not get hit with any like fees or anything like that. We don't want to get hit with any fees. That'd be terrible. So what we have to think about is how many 20s can we take out of the account without going below the balance, right? So let's talk about what we need to have more than. What do we have to have more than in the account? Yes. Okay, so how would you write that? Like something $100 greater than 100 or less than 100? Greater than 100? Okay, so we want to have greater than or equal to, yeah. So we want to have greater than or equal to $100. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, so now let's talk about what that means like with all this other stuff. How much do we have right now? Why don't we start out with that amount? What do we have right now in the bank? So why don't we go all the way over to the left and just say like we're starting with 320, right? And now what are we going to do? Are we taking money out or are we putting money in? So what would you think about that? Subtract. Now the big question is, what do we subtract? 320 minus how much are we going to take out? Well, we're taking out, we want to know $20 bills, right? What was that? 20x is correct. So if they're $20 bills, that's going to represent 20 times however many you take out. So we're taking out 20x. We could take out 1, which is $20. We could take out 2, which is $40. We could take out 10, which is $200. And we'd still probably be okay. So let's look at that inequality and try to solve it, right? So what do we need to do first? What's the first step? Anyone want to tell us? Subtract 320. We can forget about the word problem now. We're going to subtract 320 on both sides. Minus 320, minus 320. We've got negative 20x is still greater than or equal to negative 220 now. What's the next step? Somebody else. What's the next step? Who else do I got? Yes. Yes. By what? Perfect. So if we divide by negative 20 on both sides, we're going to have a solution here. We divide negative 20, we divide negative 20, okay? And now the question is, just give us one moment. These cancel out. When we divide by a negative, what happens? What happens? Yes, you have to flip the inequality around. So we have 11 here. X is less than or equal to 11. So if we took out 10 $20 bills, would we still have enough in the account? 320 and then $200, right? We'd have 120. We'd be okay, yes? If we took out 20 $20 bills, that'd be $400, right? We take 300 and we take out $400, we're out of money, right? So this is definitely the right answer. I just want to extend it one more bit. I want to talk about one more thing here, okay? Go. Okay, so I want to also talk a little bit about this because less than 11 20s makes it seem like I could take out negative 5 $20 bills. Can I take out negative 5 $20 bills? No, I cannot. So I also wonder, okay? I'm just wondering, people, is there a minimum amount of $20 bills I could take out? A minimum amount. I could take out a maximum 11. But what's the least amount of $20 bills I could take out? 1 or 0 even, right? Couldn't I take out 0 $20 bills? So would you say that I have to take out, with 0, do I have to take out greater than 0 or less than 0 or greater than or equal to 0 or less than or equal to 0 or greater than or equal to 0? So also x has to be greater than or equal to 0. So this is an also. I'm saying also this is the case. Now my question is, can I put these two inequalities, the black inequality and the blue inequality, into one inequality? We'll call it the red inequality. We'll make a red inequality. Can we put these two inequalities into one thing? So why don't you think about this? If 0 is the smallest number, how would I flip this inequality around up here, this guy? Would the inequality, if the 0 is on the left, how would I flip that inequality around? Oh, very good. You guys are good. So that has taken care of this, I'd say, right? Now I have to ask you how I can add on to that and work on this black inequality. I want to use this guy now. I want to talk about that. How will I add this onto the red inequality? Do what? Just add this onto the red inequality.
Put the 11 into the X.
Yeah, so, well, no, I just want to add on. You're overthinking. Put the 11 here, and what symbol goes in between? Still this one, right? Still this one. So this is the deal. Okay, pick a number. Pick a number that you think is supposed to... Okay, so 3. So let's put 3 in here and just think about this for a minute, okay? We put in 3. 0 is less than or equal to 3. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. 3 is less than or equal to 11. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so this is called a compound inequality. This is soon to be our topic of discussion. Pick another thing that you think works. Another amount of 20s you could take out. Okay, 4. So we say 4 goes here. Well, 0 is less than or equal to 4. Yeah, is that true?
Yes.
And 4 is less than or equal to 11. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, somebody else tell me another amount of 20s I could take out that would not work. Would not work. Yes? -5. -5 20s. Well, the first thing is -5 20s is really doesn't make any sense, and that's why we put this constraint here, right? This restriction of 0. So -5 is not going to work. 0 is not less than -5. -5 is less than 11, but it still doesn't work for both of them, right? It has to work for both. Let's pick one that's too high. What's another number that doesn't work? 1,000,000? We can't take out 1,000,000 20s because 1,000,000 20s, yes, 1,000,000 20s is certainly greater than 0, but it's not less than 11, so it doesn't work. So what we wind up with is this answer here. This is the more formal answer. This is called a compound inequality. Not only does it have to be less than 11, it also has to be greater than 0. Yeah, so we're finding that the number is actually between these two numbers, and this is a better way of looking at it rather than just one inequality. And this is what we're going to be studying very soon. We'll end the video there. I want to thank all of our listeners for being a part of MrPasceri.com, and we will see you soon.